Hello, this is the case study presentation video for the Negotiation and Deal-Making course. Hello, my name is Alexandra DeFelice, and I'm here today to present to you the information on the 2009 negotiation between the Walt Disney Company and Marvel Entertainment, LLC. I've always been a huge fan of both Disney and Marvel movies, so I was really interested in seeing how the two companies became one. So, let's get started. This is a look at the two logos of each company involved in the negotiation. As you can see, Disney is on the left and Marvel is on the right. Marvel was having a hard time funding their movies. There was a condition that required them to raise a third of the cash needed, and to do this, they were selling off some overseas distribution rights. They decided to self-finance that third, but this was very hard on the company and they needed help. Additionally, Marvel stated in their 2008 annual report that the operating results were up because of the release of Iron Man and the Incredible Hulk, but were offset by a 15% decrease in licensing sales. They weren't doing as well as they had hoped and projected to continue to decline in the 2009 fiscal year. This negotiation initially occurred between Disney's president and CEO, Robert Iger, and Marvel's chairman and at the time, CEO, Isaac Perlmutter. The two had a personal relationship before this negotiation had started. They originally met at the beginning of the calendar year in 2009 to discuss a partnership, but acquisition wasn't originally on the table. Disney wanted to work with Marvel, and Marvel wanted to work with Disney. It was just a matter of coming to an agreement. It was believed by Mr. Perlmutter that Marvel was a strong company and it wasn't for sale. That was certainly not the case when the acquisition was announced on August 31st, 2009. Next, I will talk about each party's bargaining position. Bargaining positions are the physical demands of each party in a negotiation. For the Disney-Marvel deal, each side had their own wants. For Disney, they wanted to purchase the Marvel company using both cash on hand and stock, in order to grow their always expanding company. On the Marvel side of the deal, they were initially looking to just partner up with the Disney franchise in order to have a strong backing for their future movies. Next are the underlying interests. Underlying interests are the reason behind each party wanting a certain deal or negotiation that may not be expressed to one another during the negotiation process. For this specific deal, there are a handful. For Disney, Marvel had been on the wish list for quite some time. In the grand scheme of things, this acquisition would provide Disney an ample amount of opportunity to grow and create value in the long term. Additionally, Mort Gordon, who is the president of the licensing firm MG Enterprises, stated that Disney might have potential growth when it comes to licensing, especially in apparel and accessories, according to the article published in Women's Wear Daily. Lastly, for Iger and the company as a whole, this deal was a way for Disney to get a hold of more male fans, both young and old. This is a demographic that had been lacking throughout the company, especially with the recent push of the princesses. For Marvel, there are a few underlying interests. First, partnering with Disney would make it easier to self-finance one-third of their movies. Disney currently makes an abundance of money, and Marvel saw the opportunity for assistance. Also, they saw a better future for the Marvel characters. By joining Disney, Marvel enhances their ability to create and distribute new content on several platforms. There is also a better marketing and international expansion opportunity for Marvel. Disney has a stronger presence in both and can certainly assist Marvel in both areas. There is quite a bit that went well in this negotiation. First, both parties saw the benefits of the negotiation and would work out their differences to create a win-win situation. I also feel that their personal relationship prior to the negotiation really helped them reach an agreement. They already knew each other's communication styles and how to communicate with one another. They also both were at the helm of a movie distribution giant, so they both know what goes on in each other's franchise and could use that to ensure a positive outcome. Like almost every negotiation, there was something that went wrong. The acquisition announcement was a surprise. No one saw it coming, and it caused a bit of negative reaction. Both CEOs and executive boards kept all talk of the deal quiet. It wasn't announced until there was a contract on the table, and they were just waiting for the board of Marvel to approve it. Disney and Marvel both have a large fan base, and this announcement kind of threw them off guard. Additionally, as a result of this surprise announcement, Disney's stock went down 4.3% in just 2 days. In the end, a final agreement was reached. The Walt Disney Company purchased Marvel Entertainment for about $4 billion, a price some believe to be too high. Disney received all rights and licensing to the comic books, movies, and the long list of Marvel's characters, 5,000 to be exact. Additionally, Marvel's shareholders would get $30 per Marvel share, as well as .745 in Disney shares for each Marvel share they owned. Also, Marvel had negotiated contracts with other movie studios, like Paramount, Sony, and Fox, for future movies before the Disney merger, and each of those contracts was to be honored. Lastly, Marvel characters will immediately begin to be integrated into all parks, excluding Walt Disney World in Orlando, due to the pact Marvel has with Universal Studios and the theme park. In conclusion, this deal was very smart for both parties. Disney expanded yet again and are now targeting a new demographic they had been lacking in previous years. Marvel now has a strong financial backing for future movies, and they know that Disney will keep the Marvel Cinematic Universe alive for many years to come. I will leave you with this quote by Isaac Perlmutter himself. Disney is the perfect home for Marvel's fantastic library of characters, given its proven ability to expand content creation and licensing businesses. Thank you for your time.